Well, welcome to episode 16 of Training for Leadville. It is race week. It's finally here. The last 15 weeks of training is culminating to this final peak week with the Leadville 100 trail run. So first off, let's dive right into Monday, August 14th. Plan called for a rest day, and that's exactly what I did. I rested, did not do any running or any working out whatsoever. And it was nice. So Tuesday, August 15th, called for a 45-minute easy run. So I went out, did my local trails here, and it was a great day, really nice weather, and I just took it very chill, trying to keep the heart rate low and relaxed. And it ended up being about 46 minutes, which was right where I needed to be, just about, and as you can see, 5 miles. So easy, chill day. So Wednesday, August 16th, called for another easy run. Supposed to do some strides in there as well. And this was about 30 minutes. So I did go out, did a little kind of loop around here, just keeping it, again, very chill, very easy. I picked up the pace a little bit a couple of times, but didn't really do an official stride per se. But overall, was feeling fresh and ready for the race here in a couple of days. So Thursday, August 17th, called for some speed work, but it was really just a 30-minute run with strides. I did not do it. Thursday was a busier day, and you know me, I don't like to run 2 days before a race. I take those 2 days completely off. So I actually had to go to Denver in the morning and pick up my crew, pick up Colin, who was flying in from Tennessee. So I did that. My wife picked up Lee because he flew in Thursday morning as well at a different airport. So we had to go 2 different ways. So I picked them up, and then after that, we just kind of hung out, talked a lot, and Lee and Colin went for a run together and had a good time. And then we just kind of chilled out for a little bit until we could actually leave. And then we made the trip up to Leadville, and we went into our Airbnb, which was awesome. This was probably one of the coolest Airbnbs I've ever seen or been in. It was really neat. It wasn't like, you know, incredible luxurious thing. It was Leadville. It was full of Leadville charm. But what made it so neat is the owners of the house had put little like post-it notes all over the home for different things in the house, which was really cool. If you took the time to read them, like there was one, there was it looked like about a 5x7 rug on the floor in this hallway, and the note said, "This was the first rug we ever purchased, and it filled the entire floor space of our apartment," I think is what it said, which is just crazy. And then there was just really cool, like really history on the walls. I did do an Instagram reel, and that was cool. So definitely go back and follow me on Instagram if you don't already. You can see that and see some of the stuff. But man, it was awesome. There was a license for prostitution from back in the 1800s, and it was signed by Marshal Wyatt Earp, which, I mean, that's so cool. So Thursday, tried to get to bed pretty early, and I took a melatonin, hoping that I could get a really good solid night's sleep, because I know the next night I'm not going to get very much for the race. So I tried to get a really, really good night's sleep, and it worked out okay. So Friday, August 18th was a rest day. I did that. I rested, but it was a busy day. So we had, first of all, in the morning at 10 o'clock, we had the athlete meeting, which was mandatory. Go and watch a little video, hear a bunch of different people speak. Ken and Mara Lee speak, which was really cool. And then, you know, had another meeting to go to, and then went to the Packet Pickup Expo. Got my bib, met a ton of cool people, awesome people that follow the channel as well, and chatted with you all, so it was great to meet you. I hope your races went well for those of you that were running. And then after that, we kind of just walked around a little bit. We went to go get lunch at the Golden Burrow, which is usually my jam and pretty good, but man, it was rough this day. We waited probably about an hour and 20 minutes to get our food, and they weren't even that busy. There wasn't a lot of people in the restaurant, so it was a little rough, but the food tasted pretty good. So
Eli is running Leadville tomorrow. He's going to kill it under 25 hours. And we're here with Steve. That's right. And we're pumped.
We're going to both get sub 25.
Let's go.
Big buckle crew over here, baby.
That's awesome, guys.
anyway, then we went back to the Airbnb, had our little our team meeting, which was, you know, critical. Went over everything for the race. This needs to come to every aid station. So if you have to go to May Queen, bring this bag.
That's the bag.
This is the bag. Any aid station, this bag needs to be there. This you can take stuff out of and put in the bag, so you can only carry one if you want. Like this has the fuel in it, so mix this up ahead of time. Put your flasks that are filled up in the bag, ready to go.
So for May Queen, since we're shuttling, we'll be taking from the start.
To May
This needs to go with it.
That's going tomorrow morning with us.
Yes.
With us.
Yes, to May Queen. You'll see a lot more of this in my race video, which I haven't even started working on. I did start organizing the race footage. Tons of footage, like over 200 gigabytes worth of footage. and from probably 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 different cameras. So it was a lot, and it's a lot to sort through. So I'm trying to get organized, and then I'll start working on that. So it'll be a little while. So yeah, I did the team meeting, and then we had dinner, which my wife just went to Safeway there in Leadville, picked up a couple of things, ate dinner. Hey, real quick, I want to tell you about the sponsor of today's video, and that is Vert.Run. I've been training with Vert.Run now for a little over 2 years, and it has seriously been one of the best things for the consistency in my training. I had always designed my own plans because I wasn't a new runner, but having a professional trail runner design your plan, having that person there, that accountability has been amazing and really improved my running. So if you have been on the fence about getting a coach, I highly recommend trying Vert.Run. Look below in the description for a coupon code to save 40% off your first months of training, and a link to go download the app, whether you're on an Android or an iPhone. All right, back to the video. And then I had to get ready for the race, basically. So I made sure I had my gnarly Fuel 2.0 in the flasks ready to go, get the Phoenix headlamp out, which, by the way, that headlamp did amazing. It's right here. I'm definitely going to do a review because it was freaking amazing. So highly recommend the Phoenix HM65R DT. Love this thing. Also had to tape up my ankle, the heels of them, just because, 100 miles, I generally like to tape those up a little bit. So I did that. And then, yeah, I found myself in bed about, I think it was 8:30, 9 o'clock, because I was gonna have to wake up at 3 a.m. in just a few short hours. So Saturday, August 19th, race day, the Leadville 100, it was finally here. Woke up bright and early, 3 a.m. I tried to eat a bagel, drink some coffee, get the clothes on, get everything ready. And then we walked to the start line because our Airbnb was only about a 10-minute walk to the start, which was awesome. So we did that. And, we got there about 3:47, I think it was, and so the race started at 4. So walked into the corral, and then gun went off, and we went down 6th Street, and man, the race was epic. It lived up to all the hype of Leadville. It really did. It was incredibly challenging. Definitely a lot of high points, a good bit of low points as well. And I don't want to give too much away, for the video, but just obviously, I did finish. I've got the shirt on here, which everybody gets the shirt. This is my bib. I was bib number 592. I know there's a couple of you out there that were tracking me as well. It was awesome. Such a good experience. It was going up Hope Pass. I felt horrible. I don't know what it was, but I felt horrible. And I was starting to get a little bit of doubt creeping in, for sure. I had been ahead of pace up into coming into Twin Lakes. And so then coming back up the back side of Hope, I actually felt a little bit better and did better than coming up the front side, which was surprising. But I pretty much ruined my quads. They felt destroyed after that, and it was tough, for sure. It got very tough. And then later on in the race, at the May Queen inbound aid station, so the last aid station, my stomach had been feeling sick for a while, probably a few hours, or several hours. Gosh, probably the last 10 hours, not been feeling great. And so I got to May Queen and tried to eat a little bit. I did not want to eat anything, but I knew I needed calories. So I tried to eat something. I ended up throwing up twice at May Queen, which I've never puked in a race, ever. So this was a first. And so I had, from that point, almost 13 miles to the finish. And at that point, due to the stomach, I really couldn't run. So it was basically pretty much walked it in from there. I did do a little bit of running here and there, but definitely walked a ton more than I ran. We'll just say that. And it was rough, but I walked it in. I ended up getting a finish, got my buckle. I did not get the sub 25 hour goal like I had wanted, but my main big picture goal, which I didn't really talk about, I don't think on YouTube, was basically the big goal was finish healthy and finish and get a buckle. And so I did that. Didn't get the sub 25, but that's okay. It was still an awesome experience, even though I puked, and it was very difficult and there was pain, which you'll see more of for sure, but it was a great experience. Crossed that finish line with my crew. It was epic. Got this medal, which is like so heavy. And the cool thing about this year is it was the 40th year of the race. It started in 1983. Let's see if you can see that. See if I can block that light coming from the side. But yeah, it was the 40th year, so it was a big, epic race. Really cool medal there for sure. And then, of course, I got the buckle right here in the box. Take a look at this bad boy right here. Let's see, that's probably going to be reflective like crazy. Hopefully you guys can see that. I don't know. But anyway, it's an awesome belt buckle. Shining so nicely right now. I'm going to wear this with pride to my next race for sure, whenever I can. I love this thing. It was tough. It was well earned. It was painful. But man, it was epic. It was Leadville. So I also want to give a huge shout out and thank you to my crew, to my wife, Valen, the crew chief, just amazing. You can't ask for a better crew chief. She does such an awesome job. My buddy Lee from Tennessee, you guys know Lee. A lot of you do. We run a lot together in the past. He came out, paced me, crewed me, just amazing support. That friendship, you know, we've been best friends for years, and so having him was amazing. William from Florida, you know, I've known him for honestly about the same amount of time I've known Lee, and just great guy. So fun to hang out with William, and he's there to support and kick my butt when I need it. And then Colin, I hadn't met Colin since before Leadville, before this series really, and just a really super nice guy, friendly. Every one of the crew got on so well together. Colin paced me, provided some great knowledge of Leadville. The race was just amazing to have him there as well. So could not have done this without them. So thank you guys so much for giving up your time, your finances to get there, all of that. Thank you, I appreciate it. And that is gonna do it for the Training for Leadville series. Obviously, there's no reason to do another series episode since the race is over, but that doesn't mean content will not be coming out. I've got tons of content planned, more shoe reviews coming out, a lot of them. And then I've also I got in 3 different pairs of headphones. I probably won't even do a review on each of these if I'm being honest. It's a lot of them. So I do have all of these here, but I might do one review of all 3, just kind of see which one's better kind of thing. Or I might not. I don't know. We'll see. But I do have obviously the headlamps review coming out, lots of other products as well, things I can't really talk about yet, but those will be out soon. So stay tuned. There'll be lots of stuff coming from this channel. And I've got the No Business 100 coming up in 2 months on October, I think it's the 20th. Starts on a Friday. So that's my next race, another 100-miler. I'm feeling great. My legs, honestly, I am blown away and surprised at how kind of rough my quads were feeling during the race. Right now, I cannot even tell I ran 100 miles basically. I mean, I'm walking around like normal. I'm not limping. I'm not, nothing. I finished healthy. I met my goal there. I've got a little bit of soreness in the hip a little bit, but it's not bad at all. And the feet have some issues, you know, a couple of blisters here and there, but other than that, I feel great and I'm stoked. It's like, man, that was my 4th 100-miler. And now I can, you know, it's the day after a 100-miler and I feel pretty darn good. That's awesome. And I think a big part of that is from training with Vert over the last several years, just that consistency that I've had with them. It's been great. I've loved it. So like the ad said, check out Vert. I think you guys will be happy. All right, well, thank you all so much for following along on this 16-week journey. It's been awesome. I hope you've enjoyed it. Again, I met so many of you, or a lot of you, out at the Leadville 100. It was awesome to meet you, share a couple of miles with you, chat for a few minutes on the trail, whatever it was. Thank you for your support. It really does mean a lot to me, and I appreciate it. So thank you all so much, and I won't see you in the next episode, but I'll see you in the next video.